evening to all our viewers joining us from all around the globe. Welcome to yet another exciting Force Talks webinar on LinkedIn. I am Pooja Roy, your host for today, and we are thrilled to have an exceptional guest with us. Today, we are honored to welcome Prisca Nyari, a six-time Salesforce certified professional, Salesforce process automation professional, proud owner of 31 super badges, and a triple star ranger. Prisca is not only a prominent Salesforce implementation consultant in Zimbabwe, but also a fervent advocate for empowering women in technology. She is actively involved with Girls in Tech Zimbabwe, RAD Women, and Salesforce Trailblazers in Africa. With that being said, welcome to the Force Talks webinar, Prisca. We are absolutely delighted to have you here today with us.
Thank you so much, Pooja. Oh, wow, that was an amazing introduction. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here at First Talks, and I look forward to this webinar. And hi everyone. Good afternoon here in my time zone is in the afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning and good evening, everyone all around the world. It's good to be here.
Thank you so much, Prisca. We are absolutely excited to have you. So, Prisca, your journey and achievements are truly remarkable, and I'm sure our audience is eager to hear about your experiences and insights. So, we'll just dive right in. What we would love to start with your introduction. Like, how did you end up in the Salesforce world? What was your motivation behind learning Salesforce technology? As we are not very much sure how trending Salesforce has always been Africa. Was it something you grabbed while learning other technologies, or were you always interested in getting into Salesforce? Yeah, we would love to know about it.
Okay, thank you for the question. I'm Prisca Nyari. I come from Zimbabwe in Africa. So when I finished university, I did information technology, my degree, my honors degree. It was in information technology. So one of my university lecturers, I think he was contacted by someone who owns a company, and they were interested. They were looking for Salesforce certified people, but they didn't know where to get those. So that lecturer gave my contacts to that business owner, and he got in touch with me, and then they told me that we know of a software called Salesforce, and wanted to know if you know about it. And that was the first time hearing the word Salesforce. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was all about. So they gave me a brief background about Salesforce, and then they said, we're interested in assisting you to get certified. So you can also do your background research and then get back to us. So I decided so after the meeting, I went on Google. I Googled what is Salesforce. It was in 2022. So I went on Google. I Googled what is Salesforce, what is it all about, looked if it's legit, are there jobs? And in my country, it was not popular, and very few companies were using it. But when I searched for Salesforce roles in our neighboring country, South Africa, that's when I realized, oh wow, there are a lot of Salesforce roles, so it's kind of legit. So I checked on Google, checked and got satisfied, and I felt like this is real. Let me create an account on Trailhead. In fact, before I created my account on Trailhead, before I created my account on Trailhead, I decided to think about it to see if it's a good career option. Should I go for it or not? So I had just finished university, and I had done information systems. So I felt like I needed to have a specialization in an area in technology. So I felt like this was a good opportunity for me to kind of concentrate on Salesforce and be an expert in it. So that is when I decided to go back to the person who had called me and told me about Salesforce, and I told them that I was interested to learn about it, and be certified in Salesforce. That is how my journey started. It wasn't an easy one, creating an account on Trailhead, and you're like, oh wow, what is this? Learning new terms. Yes, I had technology background, but still it's a different platform altogether. I had to learn the terms, the jargon, what it's all about, But yeah, it was an interesting journey, and it had its ups and downs.
Of course. It is interesting to know that. So you said that you started to learn about it in the year 2020. That's right?
In 2022,
2022. And you said that
yes,
still in your country, like in Africa, people were not very much aware of it and were not very much using it. Although Salesforce has been a technology that a lot of people has been learning from a long time now. So it is interesting to know, and you are someone who is, got into it and have been using it, and also, enjoying learning about it. So this is absolutely, that's wonderful to hear. It is amazing, like how, curiosity and community support can drive such impactful learning journeys. Your passion for technology is absolutely truly amazing, because you just said that you belong to a technology background. So yeah. So Prisca,
yes.
yeah. So speaking of journeys, Priska, could you share more about like how your this Salesforce journey has been all these years? Like what kept you going? Because you said that not a lot of people were using in your country before. So like what kept you going? What kept you inspired? To learn more about it, and then also share your knowledge with others. So what are those key milestones or challenges you must have faced along the way? Those are some interesting points we would like to learn from you. Yes.
Okay, so it wasn't an easy journey, to be honest. It was very difficult because when I started, I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have anyone to ask,
Mm-hmm.
to say, how do I go about this?
Mm-hmm.
How do I get started? So I was relying mostly on Trailhead. Thanks to Salesforce for creating such a wonderful platform. Um, Used Trailhead a lot, uh, asked on community user groups on Trailhead if I faced any challenges, and the Salesforce ecosystem is very great. It's full of people who are there to assist and uplift others. It's all about making sure that no one is left behind and everyone gets the required knowledge to be able to use the platform. So for me, I started learning with other two guys who were doing study groups together, and then so it was working at first, but then I decided I really need to put more effort into this if I really want to get certified. So in 2022 in June, I decided to give it a try, and I failed. It was very crushing. It was, yeah, I felt like giving up. And then I decided to post on Trello to say, guys, I tried my first attempt, my Salesforce admin certification, but I failed. How do I go about it? What am I supposed to do for me to be able to get certified? And then that is when I met someone responded to my message, called Jennifer, and then she linked me up with other trailblazers who are also looking forward to get certified. So that is when I found my accountability partner, and then we decided to really study hard on Salesforce to really learn more about the Salesforce platform, to really get more hands-on on the platform in order for us to understand the concepts. So and also to hear other success stories of other trailblazers, it kept on encouraging me to go on. And I felt like this is doable, I can do this. So yeah, those inspiring stories from other trailblazers, they really make one to continue hanging on, even if the journey seems to be undoable. Because most of the people will be like, I don't know what Salesforce is, I don't have any technology background, I don't know where to start, but it is doable. You just have to have a passion about it, set your clear goals, have an accountability partner, and the sky is the limit. So I then tried again in October. I think it was 3 or 4 months later after I failed, and wow, here I am. That is when I got my first Salesforce certification.
Oh, that's nice. And now you have 34 super badges and a triple star range. That is absolutely amazing. And I think that we have been talking to a lot of people from the Salesforce background, Prisca, and we have learned that this is the beauty of the Salesforce community. That if someone is actually passionate and willing to learn about it, there are a lot of people you will find who are, willing to help you. And like you said, you got help from the community who supported you and you tried again. So of course that passion is always needed, that don't give up. If you want to learn about something, you go ahead. And Salesforce is also something where you do not, I think that I have been talking to a lot of people, and I learned that of course I think you will also agree that you do not need a absolutely proper technical background to learn Salesforce. That's right. Yeah. So if someone is interested, they can absolutely go ahead. And people like you, when you guys share your inspiring stories, that inspire us people as well to learn and go ahead in this. That sounds like an incredible journey. It is clear that your dedication and support from the community have played significant roles in your success. Yeah. So now
Yes,
talk.
yes.
Yeah. So now talking about women in tech, Prisca, as a raising voice among the women within the Salesforce ecosystem, you, of course, you have already been inspiring us all in more ways than you can imagine. We already, you have a lot of impact on us, but I would also like to learn, like, how do you wish to create more impact? Like, what are those initiative and actions you're planning to take to support and uplift women in the tech industry, especially the women in Africa? Because we know for a fact that we do not have a lot of people who are working in the sales force in your country. So when people like you come up to help us all, what all are those initiatives you're planning to take? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm part of a community group which was created by other trailblazers in my country.
Okay.
So in that community group, we assist people in on how to get started on Salesforce. We tell people what Salesforce is all about, how they can get started if they need assistance. We share resources. The main aim is to just encourage people to tell them that you can have this skill, and after having this skill, you can be able to take care of yourself as a woman. You can be able to pay your expenses as a woman. So I'm also part of the Talent Alliance Career Cohort as a coach. So we also share information with other trailblazers in Africa. We assist them on how to get started. The main aim is to assist other fellow women and also men, of course, on how to get started on Salesforce. That is the main aim, to encourage them to say, you can do this. If you need resources, we can share with you. There are many resources on LinkedIn, on YouTube. Uh, and as I said, the community is always there to hold each other's hands, to help everyone to get certified and have a skill and also be part of technology. It's good to know about these technology systems. You just have to be technology savvy in this world we are living in. Everything is all about technology. The world is always evolving. Each and every day there is a new system, there is a new technology, there are new, especially Salesforce, there are always new features being introduced. So it's good. And also Salesforce always makes life easier for businesses. So it's always good to have knowledge about Salesforce because it can also assist you in your own business. You can be able to use it, develop applications for your own business, and work will be easier to do. So our main aim in assisting people out there is to inform them about Salesforce, how they can get started, sharing resources with them, and also being there for them when they need help.
Right. That is absolutely inspiring to hear, like your about your commitment. You said that you have been mentoring a lot of people, and commitment to mentoring and empowering other women. The tech field certainly benefits from diverse voices and perspectives, and your efforts are a testament to that, Priska. It is always inspiring to, learn about the stories of you people who are helping us all. So, yes, so Priska, coming on the topic of community, I would like to understand, like, especially for our audience in the African region, can you suggest what are some of the top Salesforce groups in Africa we should join? Like, that might help us in learning more about it, right?
Okay,
Also, if you, yeah, if you can share how have these groups helped you as well in your career, so that we know, like, what are other steps or the approach we should be having. Yeah.
Okay, so in our country, in Zimbabwe here, there is a lady called Jennifer. She created a Salesforce in Women Tech group, and I'm also part of that group. So that group is there to help everyone who wants to get started in Salesforce, and everyone who joins the group and they need assistance, they can get in touch with everyone who's on the group and you can get assistance. And also in my country, there's also a Zimbabwe Salesforce community group, which has got other wonderful, amazing women such as Jennifer, Lillian, who are always there to help and assist other women who want to be part of this Salesforce journey. And these groups are there on LinkedIn. You can just search for them and you can join and ask for help. You can even state which part of your Salesforce journey you are so that you get the proper assistance that you require. So yeah, communities are there to help everyone to get certified, to help everyone learn the skill, because the main important thing is to know the skill, to have the skill, to be able to use the platform. So this is how we've been assisting people in mainly in our African community in learning Salesforce and getting, certified so that everyone knows about uh, knows
About
about this system. Yes.
Yes, that those are some excellent recommendations, and for our audience up there, we will definitely, put down these names and links of the LinkedIn groups so that it makes it easier for the people to join those groups and learn about Salesforce. Those were some excellent recommendations. Community groups are indeed vital for networking and support, I guess, and especially when it comes to learning Salesforce. Groups in Salesforce, as I said, always have helped people in learning, and now when it comes from you guys, it is all it makes all the more stronger point that, of course, if you need help and want to learn about Salesforce, you can definitely reach out to the people in groups and definitely join those groups, right? So I'm sure many of our viewers will find these groups helpful. So now moving forward, Priska, let's talk about events. So events like in the Salesforce worlds have always been quite the hot topic, I guess, because these right, because these events, I guess, give ample opportunities to people to network and connect, not only to connect but also to share their common interest, right? I am pretty sure you have been attending these events and have been useful to you as well. So Priska, as we still have a number of events coming in the future, we would like to learn from you, like which events, like dreaming events or any other events, would you say are must attends for the Salesforce enthusiast, and of course, especially for women in tech. Yeah.
Okay, so Salesforce. So obviously, there's the big Dreamforce Salesforce event, which usually happens yearly in San Francisco, and also there are usually world tour events, which usually occur in areas. For example, in London, they can have their Salesforce tour event. Maybe in India, they can also have their Salesforce tour event, and also for us here in Africa, we usually attend Salesforce, the Salesforce World Tour in Johannesburg. So I was fortunate enough to attend it last year. So I would encourage everyone, if you are in an area and there's a Salesforce World Tour event and you're
Mhm.
able to attend, kindly do so, because these events they are very important, especially in one's career journey. There is so much to learn about, and this is where you get to see new innovations, demos on new features, on new Salesforce features, on how you can use Salesforce to, on how you can use Salesforce to leverage uh,
Mhm.
in your organization. So, and even for inspiration, you just get inspired by hearing other trailblazer stories and how companies have benefited in using Salesforce. So you get to know about this kind of information in these Salesforce events, and also networking. You get to network with like-minded trailblazers. You get to meet new people. You get your network kind of grows because you will meet a lot of people who are going to share information with you, or even assist you to say, you know what, we can even carry this conversation after the tour. So I advise that attending these events is very critical if you want to be part of the Salesforce ecosystem, because this is the only opportunity you get access to leadership and to Salesforce leadership in kind of one space, and
Right.
they get to share their thought leadership, and you get to meet the visionaries and hear the whole idea behind why Salesforce was started, what was the main aim about it. So it's good to attend these events, and also it's just a fun place to be at. These Salesforce events, they are, the environment, the mood is so exciting to be a part of those events. It's very fun and everyone will be just happy. So it's a good place to be. I'll encourage everyone, if you've got the ability to attend the Salesforce events, you just spare a day and attend if there is one in your area.
Right, right. And I also love the fact that people in the Salesforce arena are so welcoming always. Like if someone has any doubts and they want to connect, and even if they want to learn how to network and opportunity, how to find the best opportunities, people in the Salesforce and these events like Dreamforce, they're always welcoming and they would like you guys, guys like us to come to them and ask for help, and they are always, and you guys are always there to help us out. So that is absolutely amazing to know. And right, so people from our organizations are also planning to attend this Salesforce World Tour in Toronto, and also Dreamforce. So are you also planning to join Dreamforce this year, Priska?
Uh, I hope so. I hope so. I'll be able to attend. Hopefully, I look forward. It's in my bucket list to attend the Dreamforce. So yeah, who knows? Maybe this year I will be able to attend.
Yes, yes, that would be great. We'll have a lot to learn from you again after the Dreamforce if you're able to attend. These events sounds like phenomenal opportunities. Like it was always great to know that there are dedicated spaces for people, to connect and grow. And yeah, people like you are making it all the more easier for women like us to delve and learn more. So yeah. Finally, Priska, what advice would you give to young women out there, like who are just, starting their career in Salesforce? Are there like any specific resources or strategies you would recommend for someone new to the field? What is that approach we should be following to grow in this field? You have been in this arena for a long time now, and I think you'll be the best person to help us out. Yeah.
Okay, so I will advise that if you're out there and thinking, can I do this? Yes, you can. It's doable. Only if you put your heart and mind to it. So with Salesforce, you just have to uh, be there on Trailhead. There are modules on how to get started. So Trailhead is good. It's a good learning platform. It has all the modules with regards to getting to being a Salesforce certified expert. So you can just follow those modules, and you can follow the trail mixes on Trailhead and learn. You can learn alone, but I would advise that you must at least find an accountability partner. It's good to always have one because they hold you accountable. And when you feel tired, when you feel like I can't do it anymore, when you feel stuck, you have someone to go to and share the challenges that you're going through, so that you cannot give up and you see your dream through. So there are many resources. You can even visit a site such as a Salesforce Ben site. I would recommend those are very good learning platforms, and also you can use even Focus on Fox. There are good platforms, and if you use Focus on Fox, you can even sign up to Talent Staker. So there are many platforms for beginners.
Right.
So there are many resources, and even YouTube, there are videos that were made by other trailblazers who paved the way for us who started on this journey, and they made sure that we get these resources and the journey is easier for us. So if you get stuck, you can even ask questions on LinkedIn, on community groups. People will always be there to assist you. So you mustn't feel stuck, or even it's good. Yes, you can feel overwhelmed. The journey might be exhausting sometimes, but it's normal. We all go through that with the Salesforce journey. Uh, I for once almost felt like giving up, but because of having a mentor and people in the Salesforce ecosystem who have walked through this journey, who shared their experiences, who held my hand, I'm here. It wasn't because maybe I knew a lot or what, no, but I just had people to go to when I felt stuck. And yeah, the community is there, the trailblazer communities are there on Trailhead. They are there for us, for people who are starting out, to make use for them. Feel free to ask. You will definitely have someone who will respond to your question. And even on LinkedIn, you can even ask. People are there to respond and assist you. So don't feel, uh, yeah, I'll say don't feel like it's not doable, and don't feel like giving up. Ask. People are there to assist on those platforms, and there are so many resources to use for you to get the much needed knowledge and skills about Salesforce.
Those are some amazing advices, and definitely how Priska, I would also like to know how people can connect with you if we want to learn from you. Of course, women like us, we would definitely like to connect with you and learn more about the opportunities. So yes, we can definitely connect with you over LinkedIn. Are there any other platforms? Yeah.
Yes, on Facebook it's Prisca Nyari, and on Twitter it's Prisca Nyari. Though I'm more active on LinkedIn, so I would advise that if you would require a quick response, you can get in touch on LinkedIn, Prisca Nyari. And if you are in Africa, you can also join some of our community groups. The Zimbabwe uh, community group is there on LinkedIn, and also you can search for the Women in Africa Salesforce, Women in Tech in Africa Salesforce community group is there. You can join those groups.
We would definitely pin those down. The advices and the groups and the resources you shared are very important, Priska. I am definitely sure our audience would have a lot to gain from this webinar, because there are a lot of people who are still confused about going up. And of course, for our viewers, even if you feel like giving up, please do connect with Priska and other people like she suggested. Take those advices. And yep, thank you so much, Priska, for sharing your journey insights with today. Your story is absolutely, truly inspiring, and I'm sure our viewers have gained a lot from this conversation. Any last wisdom of words you would like to share?
Thank you so much for having me. My last words I would like to share is, if you're a woman, you can do it. The sky is the limit. It's good to learn about technology. It's good to learn about the new systems, new trends in the ecosystem. So, and if you have heard about Salesforce and doubted starting, I would encourage you that this is the right time to start. Salesforce is here to stay.
Right, right. Absolutely agreed. I don't know what happened to the electricity over here, but yep, we're back. Thank you so much, Prisca, for honoring us with your presence today. It was so nice connecting with you. We gained a lot from you. We got to learn a lot from you. And thank you to all our viewers for joining us today. It's been a pleasure to host this engaging discussion with Prisca Nyari. Remember, you can follow us on LinkedIn and stay tuned for more exciting webinars and events. And thank you so much, Prisca, for honoring us. We would
Thank you
love to
so
have you again.
much. Thank you so much, Pooja, for having me and Team Force Talks. Thank you.
Thank you.